In this video, we're going to be making this double-sided ceramic sublimation ornament, and we are going to go through it step by step and press both sides at the same time. So here is the sublimation ready ceramic ornament that I'm going to be using, and you can see that it has the sublimation coating on both sides. So we are going to be sublimating both sides of this ornament at the same time. So for these ceramic ornaments, there's so much that you can do with sublimation. They do not have to be Christmas ornaments. I am going to do a Christmas ornament today, but I wanted to show you some that I've done in the past. I do a lot of memorial ornaments, and so I'll go with this one here. So I have my design here, and I just go in and I added these words to it. And I just take the image from the obituary, and sometimes I remove the background. Let me put this back. And sometimes I don't remove the background. I leave the picture right from the obituary. So I'm going to reverse these just so that they're the same. And so I have done a lot of memorial ornaments over the years, and people really love getting them, for remembering their loved ones. So I have that. And then I have, let's close this one. This is one that I really like, and I'm going to duplicate this and show you, how I put this together. So this here is a background, so you can see that. And then I just added different words here, and added an image. This image came from Creative Fabrica, as did these two fonts came from Creative Fabrica. And this background was just from Canva here. So I'm going to reverse this and put it back together so you can see. And so there's different ways that you can do the two-sided ornaments. And so I think we will probably do this one, but I wanted to show you some other ones that I had made. So you could take something like this and put it on the front of the ornament, and then write your name to, from, whatever date that you would like to on the other side. But and then there's all these breakthrough ornaments. These are so adorable. This is a new thing now. That people, well, it's been out for a couple years, but they're so cute. Like, you've got the front and the back side of the ornament. So I'm not going to do these today either, but that was in Creative Fabrica. So I think what we'll do is we will do one of these wannabe reindeer, and then we'll put a 2025 on the back. So I am going to download these, and then I'm going to put them into a Word document and print them with my sublimation printer. But first thing I'm going to do here is decide which one I want to do. I like the polka dots here, but let's do this one. This one is so cute. So I'm going to download page 2 and page 5. So I'm going to go here to share and download. And of course, I want this to be a PNG, and I want it high DPI up there. I have Canva Pro, so that I can have the high DPI, and I'm going to hit transparent background. And I don't want all of them. So we are going to do page 5, page 2, and page 5. And I'm going to get these downloaded. And while that's downloading, I'm going to open a Word document. So these ornaments are about 2.8 inches. So almost 3, but not quite. But I'm actually going to use 3 inches for my design because I want them to overlap. So I will show you what I mean by that. So let's go back and find our download here. Get this out. I'll unzip it, extract all, and I'm gonna go change the name so I don't go over it if I already have it there. All right, so now I'm going to go back to my Word document here, and I am going to go to layout, orientation. I'll go landscape so you can see better. And I have preset a margin to 0, a custom margin. So I'm going to leave that at 0. Now I'm going to insert my pictures from my computer here. So I'm going to go to my downloads, and And we are going to grab these two here and bring them in. So now I've got my 2025 and I've got my wannabe reindeer. So I'm going to do the wrap and through feature here, because then I can move them around on my page. So I'm going to move the 2025 over and I'm going to move the wannabe reindeer over. And as you can see, if you go under picture format here, it came in at 3.25, that's fine. My ornament's 2.8, so that'll give us plenty of room for overlap. And then this as well, this 2025 will fit perfectly on there. So I'm going to get this printed. Usually I would fill up my page, but for this, I'm just going to leave it today. So I am going to go to print, and we are going to be using my Epson EcoTank 2840 that I have converted over to sublimation printing by adding sublimation ink. I never put the Epson ink that came with it in there. I only put sublimation ink in there. I'll have a video below showing how to convert an Epson EcoTank, and I will have a link below for these ornaments as well. So I'm going to go under printer properties here, and I am going to select premium presentation paper matte and high quality. And under more options, I'm going to turn bidirectional or high speed off, and I am going to mirror my image. And then I like to go under image options, and I like to emphasize more and emphasize thin lines. That's just a preference of mine. Now I'm going to hit OK, and I'm going to go get this hooked up to my printer. I use a printer cable. When I use the internet, I'm in a rural area and it will cut out on me sometimes. So I always use a printer cable. I get a much better print from that. So I'll get this printed and then we will get this started. Here is my Epson EcoTank that I have converted to sublimation printing, and it is printing. So while this is printing, I'm going to fire up my heat press. So I'm using my HTV Ront Auto Heat Press 2 for this. So I've got this heating up to 385 degrees Fahrenheit. We are going to be pressing these for 300 seconds, a full 5 minutes, and we're going to be using good firm pressure on this, full pressure. So I also wanted to show you that on my pressing mat, I have added this silicone mat. This works really, really well for getting good pressure for these ceramic ornaments. So I will have a link below for that as well. And I just put that right over the top of my HTV Ront mat. So while this is heating up, we'll get our ornament prepped. So here is my sublimation print. So I am going to be trimming these out, and then I'm going to be using heat resistant tape to put these together before we press. And so we'll get that started. Be sure to clean your ornament. I like to use a coffee filter to get any debris off of the ceramic before we press. So here's my heat resistant tape, and I've got my ornament here, and here is my 2025. So you want to be sure that when you put this on, you're not putting it on upside down. Now I am going to tape this 2025 in place. So here it is taped in place, and I used heat resistant tape. I have put protective paper down on my press. This is just copy paper. Now I have my sublimation print on my sublimation paper down, and I am going to line up my design, line up my ornament right on top of this design, just like this. And I'm going to make sure I get it centered, and then we'll go to the next step. And now I have taped my ornament into place with heat resistant tape right on my design. Now I'm just going to put a piece of protective paper over the top, and again, this is just plain copy paper. And now I'm going to press this 385 degrees Fahrenheit for 5 minutes with good firm pressure. So I've got my heat resistant gloves on here now, because when this gets done, it's going to be extremely hot. So I put another glove up here because that's what I will set my ornament on. Okay, we have 3 minutes done and 2 minutes to go. Okay, it's almost done, and here we go. Let's get her out. Okay, we've got our protective paper stuck to the top here, so I'm going to See if I can get that out, but that's all right. We'll do that later. But here we go. Here is the ornament and it's all ready. I'm going to let this cool down and then we'll do our reveal. I have my protective paper out now, and you can see that on the protective paper, you can see the blowout. So you definitely want to always use protective paper and do not reuse your protective paper. And here is the reveal of the front. So I'll flip it over and get the back side. And here is the back side. So we have the front and the back, and we press them at the same time. So I'll finish this up and get a hanger on it, and then we'll look it over real good. And here is our finished ornament. I just added some jute twine to this, and you can see, perfect. It turned out absolutely wonderful. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel, see links below, and leave me a comment.